Hello, my name is Candydreamer, and I'm going to show you around in 7 Days to Die. I'm going to show you some places that are not a good idea to set up. As you can see from the zombies, this is not a good place to set up because of all the mines around, as the zombies are demonstrating. This is definitely one of the worst places you could go to. The mines are definitely bad. I don't mind about the zombies, it's the mines that you would have to worry about. There are some other places that are decent to set up, like small towns would be great. Not very big because they would have lots of zombies. You do not want to spawn in a town with that. If you do find a big town with massive amounts of zombies, I'd recommend going in a different direction. I think ideally you would want to set up in a nice small town because it wouldn't have very many zombies spawning. It would be pretty great to find a nice small one. I don't recommend setting up in like a building that's just by itself. You could starve to death or even get really thirsty fast. Not very good place to set up. It's all about the location in this game. This is one of the worst places you could go because the grass will kill you. Think. Yeah, the grass will kill you here. Don't step on the grass. If you spawn in a biome like that, I think it'd be best to just go away. There's no way you'd make it there. So yeah. If you would want to, I think it'd be best to find a nice little town with a few buildings to check in the daytime, and then you could just kill zombies at night. The zombies mainly spawn in hordes at the town, massive amounts of groups, but it's not too bad. There's mainly like 1 or 2 groups of zombies, and then a few more will just randomly spawn. A few might spawn throughout the day, and that's fine in a nice small town, but I think that would be the best place to set up if you wanted to survive. And of course, if you didn't want to try and build your own town, then I would recommend just trying to find another place. I can also tell you a bit about some foods that's not really good to eat, like dog food, cat food, peas, or tuna, or even spam, because they're small, so you'd have to have a lot of them in order to get a decent meal out of it. Most of the other canned goods are good, though. Just about anything except some of those things would probably be good to eat. But all I have on me right now is dog food, so yeah. I'm having to eat all my 5 cans in order to just get a decent amount of hunger back up. It's also really good if you could find a nice little town or house that's near a lake. Now, if you lived in a town that was near a lake, I guess maybe it wouldn't be too bad if it was like a small little house or something. If it had a lake, it would definitely be better, because then you could just find some glass bottles and make yourself some pure water. So yeah, you just really want to find a nice good place where you can get plenty of water and lots of food. You can get food from zombies. So in a way, water is definitely one of the hardest things to get in the game. If you need health, like I do right now, then it would be best. Ideally, you would find some bandages, but painkillers also work too. Painkillers, I think, are easier to find because all you have to do is kill some zombies and you'd find them. They can sometimes spawn with bandages, but not all the time. They spawn with painkillers more often. So, it would probably be best if you mainly found whatever you could find. Painkillers, I think, are pretty good. They seem to work really well. Painkillers and bandages work exactly the same, though. They they give out the same amount of health. So really, it's just whatever you have plenty of. There are lots of different buildings and stuff you can find in order to get lots of other supplies. In the military little spot that I had showed you earlier, they're actually not very good for loot either. They mainly only give out a few guns and ammo, but if you just start off and that's all you can find, then I'd recommend go carefully if you really needed some guns and ammo. But that's only if you really needed guns and ammo. If you didn't, then I'd recommend just going in a different direction from this place. Pretty much the only good thing you can find here is mines. If you don't want mines, then just try to find somewhere else. There are all kinds of various buildings that you can find around, and all kinds of biomes. Each one has different things in it. Like, this is a factory. A lot of buildings mainly spawn zombies. You ain't gonna find very many that aren't gonna spawn very many. But I think it's okay. I mean, if you're pretty good at killing them, then it's not a problem. I'm pretty good at killing the zombies, but it was very hard for me to live in a big town. I tried, but there was just too many spawning in the daytime. I just couldn't do it. They were always breaking down my door and... Oh, that's a zombie dog. Hey. Zombie dogs, they are terrible. You can just about one-shot them, but they're not very easy to fight. If you can't fly, or at least have creative mode in a world, then you're gonna really have to run in order to get past those dogs. They are definitely one of the more overpowered enemies. I really hate fighting them, and their loot's not pretty good. The best thing that you can get is leather, but you only need leather if you found the book that allows you to turn animal hide into armor. If you didn't read that book, then I'd recommend just not even bother taking the loot. There's all kinds of things that you can find that can help you in this game, but it's really important to try to find a place that you would like to live in. You can find all kinds of things like cabins and stuff like that, little houses and all. But I think that living in a small town is best. A nice small house is definitely the better option. You don't want to live in a place where too many zombies spawn, and it makes it difficult to go anywhere or do anything. It even makes it difficult to live in a house, because the zombies are too bad. That's what you'll find in a big town. Bunch of headache. All it'll be is a headache if you try to live there. I'd recommend trying to find like a small town near water, because your thirst goes down pretty fast in this game, and it doesn't help that I'm flying. But I'm mainly flying around to show you a few places. Let's see. This is a house. It's a kind of nice looking one, but I don't know if I'd recommend living here. I mean, if it had a water supply close by it, then yeah, I might consider it, but only if it had a water supply close. Zombies. They spawn kind of bad in here, but not too bad compared to the town. This is actually not a very bad spot, actually. But there are a lot of zombies spawning in this area right now, so I don't know if I would call this house home. I would probably just come back another day to raid from it. I don't really think that it's what I want to do. Well, I'm gonna go now. That was just a bit of what to do in 7 Days to Die. And if you like this video, then favorite it or subscribe if you want. But yeah, I'll be doing more videos, and eventually I will be doing a little, series of Don't Starve. So yeah, if you want to, you can favorite me and subscribe me and stuff if you like it, or you want to see more.